Today we have to study Ohm's law. First, we will see that what this law represents. This Ohm's law, it represents the relationship between voltage V and current I. We know that voltage or potential difference, it is denoted by V, and current, it is denoted by I. So this law, Ohm's law, it represents the relationship between voltage or potential difference V and current I. Means what? It represents the relationship between V and I, means how the voltage or potential difference V is related with current I. That this law represents. So, what this law states? First, we will see the statement of this Ohm's law. So, this Ohm's law states that if the physical conditions of conductor, we know conductor is a material which allows the electric current to pass through it. So that is the conductor. Means through conductor the electric current can pass. So what this law states? This law states that if the physical conditions of conductor, what are the physical conditions of conductor? Length of conductor, area of cross section of conductor or thickness of the conductor for our understanding, and temperature of conductor, and it is of same material. If this remains constant, if length of that conductor remains constant, means if we have taken this much length of conductor, it will remain constant. Then thickness will be uniform throughout the length of conductor. Means somewhere the conductor is more thick, somewhere the conductor is somewhat less thick. No, that thickness of conductor should be uniform, should be constant. Length of that conductor should be constant. Area of cross section of that conductor will be constant. And where we have kept that conductor, there the temperature should remain also constant. If the physical conditions, these are the physical conditions of conductor, and if this physical conditions of the conductor remains constant, that length, area of cross section, thickness, temperature, and it is made of same material, then what happens? The current flowing through that conductor, whose physical conditions are same or constant, then this law states that the current flowing through conductor, it is directly proportional to the potential difference or voltage applied across the two ends of conductor. If we are fixing a wire to suppose a battery, then we are taking two end points of that conductor, and we are fixing it to the positive and negative terminals of the battery. Positive terminal, it is a long, and negative terminal, it is a short terminal. It is indicated in the circuit diagram. We have discussed what is the circuit diagram. Circuit diagram is the diagram which indicates how the different components they are connected in the electric circuit, and that components they are represented by their symbols. Here we can't show the picture of battery. That battery, it is indicated by one big terminal and one short terminal. Big terminal is a positive terminal, short terminal is a negative terminal. Then resistor, it is indicated by these zigzag lines here. This is the symbol of resistor. We are not to draw the picture of the resistor in that diagram. So the diagram which indicates how the different components they are connected in the electric circuit, and they are represented by their symbols. That diagram we call it as electric circuit diagram. So now we will turn to our topic, that Ohm's law states that. I am repeating that statement of that Ohm's law again. This Ohm's law states that if the physical conditions, that is thickness, length, area of cross section, temperature, and material, if they are constant, then the current flowing through conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference or voltage applied across two ends of conductor. So now we will see the expression for this Ohm's law. So we have to consider this circuit diagram. Here this is a battery, this is a resistor, and these linings are wires. Wires is nothing but the conductor which can carry the electric current. So here a voltage is also called potential difference, and if the potential difference is there, then and then only the current will flow. We have already discussed all that things. So here the potential difference or voltage, it is given, means the two ends of conductor, they are connected to positive and negative terminals of the battery, and we know that as soon as the voltage or potential difference is applied across the two ends of conductor, what happens? Current will start flowing. Here potential difference or voltage is applied across two ends, these two ends of conductor. Then as soon as voltage is applied, current starts flowing in the electric circuit. So now if we have given 5 volts, suppose if we have given 5 volt potential difference or voltage, then suppose the current flowing is 5 ampere. Then if we increase the voltage or potential difference here, if we are applying 10 volts, then current will be suppose 10 ampere. If we increase this potential difference or voltage 15 volt, then current flowing will be 15 ampere. Then if we decrease the voltage, by 5 volt, means here we are applying 10 volt, current will be 10 ampere. We are applying 15 volt, current will be 15 ampere. We are applying 5 volt, current will be 5 ampere. Means what Ohm has concluded? He has concluded that when the potential difference or voltage applied across two ends of conductor increases, current is also increasing. If the potential difference or voltage applied across two ends of conductor decrease, current is also decreasing. Means if one quantity is increased, another is increasing. If one quantity is decreased, another is decreasing. One is increasing, another is increasing. One is decreasing, another is decreasing. Means what? What we conclude from this? These two quantities, that is voltage and current, they are directly proportional to each other. One is increasing, another is increasing. One is decreasing, another is decreasing. Means what? They are directly proportional to each other. Voltage or potential difference, it is indicated by V, and current it is indicated by I. If V is increased, current is increasing here. If V is increased, current is increasing. If V is decreased, current is decreasing. V is increasing, current is increasing. V is decreasing, current is decreasing. Means what? They are directly proportional to each other, and this can be written symbolically. We know that V is the potential difference or voltage, I is the current, and they are directly proportional. Means what? They can be written in this manner or not. Means V proportional to I. This is the sign of proportionality. How they are related with each other? They are directly proportional to each other. That is the relationship between voltage and current, and that is represented by this Ohm. So now we have got this relationship V proportional to I. Then if we want to write this V and I in equal to manner, V equal to that I put as it is, and instead of this proportionality sign, I have told you already that a proportionality sign is always represented by one proportionality constant. That proportionality sign is always replaced by one proportionality constant. So here we are instead of this proportionality sign, we have written here R. Means this expression becomes V is equal to, instead of this sign R and I as it is. So we have got V is equal to Ri or V is equal to IR. From this whole discussion, we have got this expression where R is the constant of proportionality, because basically R is the constant of proportionality, but that R is nothing but the resistance of our conductor. Here V is equal to V proportional to I, then V equal to Ri. Instead of this proportionality sign, we have used proportionality constant. R is basically the constant of proportionality, but that R is nothing but the resistance of conductor. So we have got the relationship V is equal to I R, and this is the expression for Ohm's law. This law is very simple and very important. When you reach to technical education, engineering or some parallel education, then these are the basic things. I have told you already that Ohm's law is always connected with you. If you enter the technical education, then here V is equal to IR. This is the expression for Ohm's law, and from this expression you have to keep in your mind only V is equal to IR, means V, I and R, they are related in this way. Then from this expression you can make one formula for current ions. Here from this same expression V is equal to IR, what will be I equal to V upon R. Again from this same expression you have not to keep this formula in your mind. You have to keep only this one V is equal to IR in your mind. From this you can make one formula for I, that is I is equal to V upon R. Then again from this same expression you can find out the formula for resistance of conductor. That resistance R is equal to, from this expression, V upon I. And these formulas, they are important while solving the numericals on this Ohm's law. This Ohm's law is with you in 11th and 12th standard also. So that is important, and it is very easy law. Understood?